Imagine you're trapped in a ruthless game. There's a feared loan shark in your city, and everybody knows he doesn't play about his money. You see, when he issues a loan, everybody knows the deal is 25% interest. But here's the catch, this isn't just any money drop. He tells you exactly when and how to pay it back. Let's just say he makes it crystal clear. On Tuesday at exactly 10 a.m., a 6'6" brother with braids named Tony will come and collect. Only give Tony the cash. He even describes what Tony will be wearing, so he leaves no room for error. But suddenly, a day before Tuesday, Monday rolls around. Instead of Tony, some short dude, no braids, named Michael shows up and says, "Hey, I'm here for the money." Unsure, you call around. Turns out everybody gave their money to Michael, not Tony. But Tuesday at 10 a.m., the real Tony walks in and he's heated. The money isn't there. You say, "But Michael took it yesterday. Everybody did it, not just me." Tony doesn't care. See, he gave clear instructions. Now you're in real danger. Now, let me shock you. This story isn't about loan sharks. It's the same drama we see in the Hebrew scriptures. God gave the Israelites razor sharp instructions: when, how, and to whom you should worship, and to whom that allegiance should be given. He didn't leave it to guesswork. Think about Exodus, Deuteronomy, Leviticus. The details were stacked. Specific names, specific places, specific rituals. God wasn't vague. He says, "This is how you do it." No substitutes. Yet, just like the analogy about the loan shark, Israel kept handing things off to Michael instead of Tony. Instead of following direct orders, they looked sideways, asking their peers, "Well, what did you do?" And then the confusion spread. You see, tradition took over logic, and the middlemen, the priests, the preachers, and even later writers began to rewrite the rules. It wasn't just about peer pressure. It was a deliberate drift from clear direction to risky imitation. Here's the wildest twist. Today, this same dynamic repeats itself in modern Christian churches, especially in the African American communities. Many believers defer to preachers who prioritize Paul's letters, which themselves were written centuries after the Torah. They're acting like this was the foundation, sidelining crystal clear instructions from the Hebrew scriptures themselves. It's as if Paul is Michael, not the original messenger, but the one who shows up early and collects what was never theirs to take. The Hebrew word for commandment, mitzvah, appears over 180 times in the Torah. You see, God was obsessed with clarity. In contrast, the New Testament refers to customs or traditions hundreds of times, often in places where God's exact instructions were given, interpreted, or sidelined. The Apostle Paul never actually met Jesus during his earthly ministry. His authority is based on visions, not face-to-face instructions, yet his teachings is often used by many churches to overturn, to reinterpret, or to disregard Torah's explicit demands. Even today, there are more than 45 Christian denominations worldwide, proving that confusion, reinterpretation, and following the wrong collector is the rule, not the exception. So we got to get real with ourselves. This isn't just about ancient history, but for Black America especially, this means our spiritual money, our faith is often handed over to the wrong messenger. We're trusting tradition and charismatic voices rather than reading God's actual terms, word for word from the source text. The trap is not just set by outsiders, but by our own willingness to do what others are doing instead of checking the contract ourselves. It's like getting a prescription from the doctor, but we let our neighbor give us pills because everyone else in the neighborhood did the same. When our health is on the line, do you risk trusting the wrong messenger? God told Israel, by extension us, exactly who, when, and how. Deviation isn't just confusion, it's dangerous. If the price for following the wrong collector in the streets is loss and punishment, how much more is it with our soul? Don't be the one who paid the wrong collector. Read the original contract, check the fine print, and don't let Michael walk out with what belongs to God.